a network of lawless savages that have slaughtered Muslims and Christians and men and women and children of all faiths and all beliefs. The Bible teaches us there is no greater act of love than to lay down one's life for one's friends. We all bleed the same blood. We all salute the same great American flag. And we all are made by the same God. God bless you, and God bless the United States.
President Trump bringing a spiritual message last night, quoting from the Bible in his first address to joint session of Congress. With his reaction, we've got First Baptist Church pastor and member of President Trump's Faith Advisory Council. Look who's here, Dr. Robert Jeffress. Doctor, some are saying, well, they're criticizing this. They're saying, what about separation of church and state? What do you say?
Well, I say whatever the separation of church and state is, and by the way, Liz, that phrase is never found in the Constitution anywhere. It wasn't even used by the Supreme Court until 200 years almost after the nation's founding. That's another topic for another show. But the fact is, faith has always been an important part of our country's heritage, and it's an important part of Donald Trump's life. Liz, what a lot of people don't know, and I've gotten to know about President Trump over the last 2 years, is that although his faith is very personal to him, it is very important to him. And you've seen demonstrations of that in the last 5 or 6 weeks. I mean, it is inauguration, the most prayers offered in the history of inaugurations. The First Lady reciting the Lord's Prayer several weeks ago. And then, of course, last night reciting John 15:13, and he's talking about God. This is not an aberration. This is a part of who Donald Trump is.
Yeah, you're right, Doctor. The president said he would speak from the heart during the speech last night. Do you think he accomplished that?
I think he did, and, some people are surprised by the tone last night, but again, this is the Donald Trump I've gotten to know over the last 2 years, and I've said for the last 15 months, Liz, that if Donald Trump became president, people would be surprised at how conciliatory and how inclusive he would be. Well, last night, America got a glimpse of the real Donald Trump.
Sir, just switching topics, there's going to be a new immigration executive order. The president does want to help out religious minorities, including Christian refugees who are being slaughtered overseas. Do you think that Christians should feel safer today around the world?
I know what the president's heart is about this. He has talked with me about this, and you saw in the initial order an attempt to provide protection for religious minorities that are being persecuted, which includes Christians in these Muslim countries. Now an activist court has struck that down because of some perverse reading of the Constitution, and I think the president has a real dilemma here. On the one hand, he wants to protect Christians around the world. I know that, but he also wants to keep this nation safe as well. And if he has to drop that provision in order to keep our country safe, that's the dilemma he's going to face.
Well, Dr. Robert Jeffress, we love having you on the show. Please come back soon, okay?